evening tonight. At this stage of the gig, I'd like to ask the audience members to take note of their nearest emergency exits. It is too late for me, but you still can't save yourselves. No, I'm joking, of course. There can be no escape. Usually, to get the ball rolling, the comedian will tell you something interesting or unusual about themselves, but I'm not going to do that, because I'm normal. I'm just a regular, average guy doing all the regular, normal things that normal people like you are seen to do every day. Things like standing upright, using my opposable thumbs, breathing, you know, the whole respiration thing. Fucking love that shit. In, out, oxygen, brilliant. But I like all the usual things as well, you know, all the normal stuff that everyone likes. Things like puppies, chocolate, sex. Not at the same time, obviously. Because that's the thing about those kind of things. We love them, but we love them in very different ways. Or at least we are supposed to. I mean, for example, it's important you understand this. You don't enjoy a puppy in the same way that you enjoy a chocolate bar. That's not the correct use of a puppy. You don't unwrap a puppy. That's its skin. It's meant to stay on. These aren't mistakes that I have made. These are mistakes friends of mine have made, not other people. But it is important you understand it. And I'm going to give you some sample dialogue here, just so I'm going to slow it right down so nobody's confused. If someone was, perchance, to ask you, how was the puppy? There are two possible answers you might give. One is right, one is wrong. See if you can find out which is the correct one. Answer A. The puppy was adorable. Answer B. The puppy was delicious. One of those answers will make conversation over the dinner table very awkward. Even more important, ladies and gentlemen, it is vital that you never confuse puppies and sex. Puppies and sex are mutually exclusive, and the ISPCA take a dim view of any kind of collaboration between the two. And that's fine by me. It's like I said, these aren't mistakes I've made. A friend, he's quite well known, but not me. You know, I'm normal. I'm not weird. I like puppies. I'm not dead inside. Puppies are great. I love puppies, but not in that way. I love puppies the appropriate amount, in a way that is both legal and socially acceptable. I'm not weird, in my opinion. I have had people disagree with me on that, but you know, you get that occasionally. People come up to you and they say, "Hey weirdo, look at your weird hair." "Hey weirdo, look at your weird face." Or, "Hey weirdo, what are you doing to that puppy?" That happens to everyone. My girlfriend thinks I'm weird. Yeah, I said this is like theatre. I can make shit up if I want. She is here. I can't see. Oh, there she is. She's the one hiding her face in shame. But yeah, she thinks I'm weird because I like the horror movies where she prefers the medical dramas. And I say, you know, live and let live. That's not what she says. She says things like, "Don't you think it's a bit weird that you enjoy watching people being tortured and killed?" To which I reply, "Don't you think it's a bit weird that you enjoy watching children die of cancer?" And then she says I'm weird again. I can't win. But it's not all puppies and murder with me, ladies and gentlemen. I do have other interests. I quite like the rap, you know, down with that sort of thing. Can often be found chilling with my homies to the delightful rhythmic cadences of the Wu-Tang Clan. Who, incidentally, ain't nothing to fuck with. Just if you're considering that kind. No, that is the kind of rap I like. You know, the old school rap, back when it was credible, back when it had a message, when it was about things like the poverty and the pressure and the drugs and the women and the crime and lovely things like that. People like Tupac and Biggie Smalls and Vanilla Ice. Great artists. Incidentally, everybody on that list was shot, except Vanilla Ice, which I think is very sad. Vanilla Ice, still alive. But what I really enjoy about the rap, ladies and gentlemen, is of course the casual misogyny. You don't get enough of that anymore. I get all nostalgic for it. No, I mean it's something that it's kind of ingrained into my childhood. I remember one Christmas when I received a Power Rangers laser sword with sound effects. The same year my sister received, for her Christmas present, a toy vacuum cleaner. And there's a message in that, I think, ladies and gentlemen. It says, "Boys, have fun fighting for justice against international space monster terrorism. Girls, carpet's a bit dusty." Not to it, look, the boys are busy being important and shit. But, and I felt a bit bad for my sister there, you know. Messing with the vacuum cleaner didn't even work. Making could I be good with the sword? No. There are rules. The one with the penis gets the sword. The one with the vagina gets a vacuum cleaner. It's all very Freudian. Incidentally, if you didn't get that reference, good for you. Freud's fucking horrible. Don't learn about him. He'll make you feel all weird about your parents. He's a horrible human being. He's the third worst thing to come out of Austria. It goes Hitler, Fritzl, Freud. I do not know why we continue to let Austria be a country. Do we have any Austrians in? No? Good. They don't come out very much anyway. They prefer to stay at home in the basement. But I was talking about rap. Back to the rap. And it is a bit sexist and that's a bit wrong, but it's sort of fun occasionally. If I may quote the good Dr. Dre. Bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks. Strong words. Simple yet profound. And you might be offended by what Dr. Dre says, but at least he's not messing around. He's made his stance on bitches very clear. And he is a doctor. Not a medical doctor, obviously. His doctorate is on the streets. And homeopathy, but he never talks about that. But there are people within rap, unlike Dr. Dre, who are trying to move the whole thing forward, trying to recognize that it's time to give the bitches some respect. Because they just love respect. No, they are. They're trying to bring it forward to the women's movement in all seriousness. And that is a great thing, because I think the women's movement is great. There's stories of great courage within the women's movement, such as one woman way back in the 19th century. She really, one of the first strikes for female independence, when she bravely, gently suggested to her husband that he might possibly make his own tea, because she was very busy at the time giving birth to triplets. And you know, that may not sound very progressive to us today, but it was radical for its time. And as I recall, she was burnt as a witch. But I'm sure it was worth it. And another famous martyr for the female cause is, of course, Akon. Really progressive feminist he is. And you may remember him from such hits as "She already knows I'm going to fuck her," which at first glance doesn't seem very feminist, but the way I look at it, at least she knows. You know? It's better that way, it's not a surprise. And that's progress, because in a couple of years, maybe he'll start giving her a choice or something. You know, that'd be nice. He could start having a song called I'm Going to Ask Permission Before I Fuck. And I think that would finish the whole feminism thing. I think that's all they want, really.